The Book of Prayer, Salah. Prayer is the pillar of the religion. If it is accepted, all other deeds are accepted. And if it is rejected, all other deeds are rejected. According to a narration, the first deed of a person to be examined on the day of resurrection is the prayer. If it is complete, the rest of his deeds will be examined. Otherwise, none of his other deeds will be looked at. This does not mean his other deeds are invalid. If a person, God forbid, abandons prayer, but he fasts, performs Hajj, and gives zakat, these deeds are valid and fulfill his obligations concerning those other duties, but they seem insignificant when compared to prayer. A narration tells of a person asking the Imam, peace be upon him, about the major sins. The Imam, as the narration goes, lists polytheism, shirk, feeling secure from God's plan, despairing of God's mercy, disrespecting parents, and killing a respected soul as major sins. After the Imam lists these sins, the narrator asks, "You did not mention abandoning prayer. You listed many sins, but not abandoning prayer." The Imam replied, "The one who abandons prayer is a disbeliever, kafir. I am speaking of sins. The one who abandons prayer is a disbeliever." Now, is this to be taken literally? If we only had this narration and no other evidence, we would say yes, one who abandons prayer is a disbeliever. However, we have other evidence indicating that one who abandons prayer without denying its obligation, who affirms it and says, "I believe in the prayer, but pray for God to grant me the success to perform it," is a sinner, fasik. But if he denies it, saying, "What is prayer? What is its importance? There is no need for it," this is disbelief, kufr. In other schools of thought, abandoning prayer is explicitly considered disbelief, but in our school it is considered a major sin, fisq. The use of the word disbelief in this narration is for emphasis, as if it is close to actual disbelief. In a narration from Imam al-Sadiq, peace be upon him, during his final hours, he gathered his family and told them, "Our intercession will not reach one who disdains the prayer." If what is meant by disdaining is not giving it importance or not being regular with it, then what about someone who abandons it semi-permanently or permanently? Generally, there is no disagreement among Muslims about the prayer, and it is the first of the 10 branches of the religion. It is a branch because there are roots of faith: monotheism, tawheed, justice, adl, prophethood, nubuwah, imamat, imama, and the day of resurrection, ma'ad. After a person's creed is sound and correct, the role of the branches comes. This is why it is narrated from the Imam, peace be upon him, that he said, "I do not know of anything after gnosis, marifah, that is better than this prayer." There is nothing after gnosis, after the roots of faith, that is better than prayer. The first thing is gnosis, the correct creed. Prayer is of 2 types, obligatory, wajib, and recommended, mustahab, which are the supererogatory prayers, nawafil. The details of the nawafil will be discussed at another time, God willing. The obligatory prayers are several. The daily prayers, the 5 daily obligatory prayers, which include the Friday prayer that replaces the noon prayer on Friday. The prayer of circumtaction, tawaf. After a person completes the circumtaction for Umrah, Hajj, or the tawaf of women, tawaf al-Nisa, 2 units of prayer behind the station of Abraham, Maqam al-Ibrahim, are obligatory. The prayer of signs, ayat. The prayer for eclipses, solar and lunar, and earthquakes is an obligatory prayer. The funeral prayer, janazah. When a believer, a Muslim, dies, it is obligatory to pray over him. Prayer by vow, covenant, or oath. If a person makes a vow, nadar, a covenant with God, ahad, or takes an oath to perform a recommended act, like a supererogatory prayer, it becomes obligatory for him. the eldest son making up for his father's prayers. Some scholars have issued a fatwa on its obligation, making it a sixth category.